To you, it appears that you have lost the creativity that you had as a child. But what if I tell you that this is actually not true and you just need to learn how to use and access it again? I've also felt like this for a long while, and it was probably primarily due to excessive use of social media. I mean, everyone tells you that social media is a problem, but because you're just taking in so much, you are having a lot of input, and you may call it inspiration, but it's not inspiration if you're doing it so excessively. What you need to be creative, or rather, being creative means that you are creating output. In my case, that would be writing. Depending on you, that is whatever you are doing. I really have written a lot as a child. And recently I have started doing it again. The thing is, you can do it too. So I barely have any social media. I do have YouTube, but I don't often watch it. And I also have Pinterest, but I do not spend much time on it because I know that too much will lead you to a worse experience. So, since I started writing more, I have also felt myself be more well satisfied because I've picked up something that I have started doing naturally as a child. It is something that I've always wanted to do, and now that I've started doing it again, I realize that it is really the one thing that I'm probably always going to love, making up my own stories. So, whatever it is for you, do it and don't just do it once. You should do it for maybe try it. I don't know, can you do a week? If you have excessive social media use, you may do a week. Otherwise, do it for a longer period of time, maybe every day, every second day if you can manage it. But I really have to say that deleting social media would be a good thing to do because in the end, you don't need it. I will also make a video about this wonderful fear of missing out that you or one often gets on social media. You need to learn how to live without this constant input because creativity sparks from boredom. That is because when you are bored, you do not want to be bored. But if you do not have anything that will take this boredom from you, your mind makes up something that makes you less bored. And that is the creative output that you're getting, that you are making. And that is exactly what does not happen with social media. When the first thing you do when you are bored is go on your phone, well, then your brain does not have the incentive to make something up on its own. Right now, I'm doing a challenge to get up earlier and write immediately after getting up. So at the end of this month, I will make a conclusion and there will also be a video about that if you're interested. There's another thing that you need to realize, and that is, well, this exact feeling that you and I had as a child, it's not gonna come back. When you are a child, you perceive the world very differently because you have not lost that, well, I might say innocence. You don't see all of the bad things of the world yet, and you still believe in fantastical things. So the world seems a lot brighter than it is. I think I might also do a video on that in the future, but for today, I would really just say be, or at least try to be consistent for a while with your art, whatever it is that you are creating, and endure the boredom. When you, well, input is incredibly important, but the input should not be more than the output. That is very important, I would say. So, as a child, you have been creating. You want to create again? Well, then start. People say that it's the hardest part, and I agree it is. But it is the most fundamental and vital part. Because once you have started, it's not that difficult anymore. And if you just try it out, I believe that you will find something very beautiful again. I would say everyone needs to be creative. It is very vital to the being, actually, in my opinion. Another thing that might stop you from creating is perfectionism. Nowadays, you might be feeling the urge to create something that's perfect, that has no flaws, because you see so many Well, apparently, flawless things on the internet. So the internet also teaches you to be a perfectionist, but you're not supposed to be one. In fact, it will make you procrastinate. And if you procrastinate, then you won't get anything done. So I tell you, it is completely okay and it is normal and it is the way that things go that your work is not perfect. You learn while you're doing things. And it might never be perfect. I don't even think that anything I or you will create will ever be perfect, but it's still worth it because we're learning from it and fulfilling this creative need that I believe humans have is very vital to at least my own happiness. So I urge you, go create something again. Make something that's completely terrible, but make something again. A little thing that I have to say. I was just thinking about, well, my video probably not going to be very good. I might have missed so many points that I should be talking about. Maybe I haven't given, maybe I haven't done a good conclusion. But well, I was just talking about perfectionism. So I also should not be one. Okay, be of the hall.